How you doing, guys? It's Big Mac Dance School here again today. So on the screen in front of you, there's a picture of a solitaire. Now, this is part of Nick's New Year's painting challenge video, but I've not painted this solitaire. This is a picture taken from the GW website. So I've got it there just for reference for you, so you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the solitaire that I'm building using the Dark Elf Shadowblade miniature. So I'll just get this one minimised for you and get mine as the main picture on the screen. So the main picture on your screen now is my solitaire basically. So what I've done is taken the torso from a harlequin. I've mentioned this on previous videos, but I'll just talk you through it whilst it's in front of you. Taken the torso from a harlequin. The legs and the base are from the Shadowblade miniature, but I'll make that a round base. And then I've taken from the harlequin troop kit, the harlequin's kiss, and the shuriken pistol. Now the shuriken pistol I was going to use to represent the Enigma of the Black Library, which is basically like the elite war gear of the Harlequins. I was going to use that to represent this weapon called Crescendo, but I've realised since a Harlequin can't actually take Crescendo. It's only for a troop master or for a Shadow Seer. It's a really good weapon for a solitaire, rather, not a Harlequin. For a solitaire, it's a really good weapon. Or it would be, because you get to shoot it as many times as attacks that the character has. Because the solitaire has 6 attacks, you'd get to shoot it 6 times. And otherwise, a solitaire doesn't have a shooting weapon other than haywire grenades. But yeah, like I said, I've realised they can't actually take it, so that's a bit of a pain in the bum. Because all of the Harlequin's kisses and the Harlequin's caresses, which are in the troop box, are all right-handed. So I'll just skip to the next picture now. So this picture on your screen now is actually my solution to that. Basically, I've taken what was the right arm of the Harlequin in the previous picture, and I've moved that to the left. Now what I'll do, I think, you can't actually tell that it's a right arm, so all I have to do then is take off the hand and replace it with a left hand, and then it should look absolutely fine. Let me know if you think any different, because maybe it's just that I've been looking at it for too long and I see a solution that maybe isn't quite right. Other than that, there's only one Harlequin, and it's one of the 2007 Harlequins that's got a left-handed Harlequin's kiss. Now the Harlequin's caress is right-handed, so that's absolutely fine. That looks fine, I think, and the pose and everything, I think it actually looks quite good. Almost like when a fencer looks at you through the blade of their sword, or past the blade of their sword. So that's the kind of look you get. What I'll do, actually, I'll get another picture taken for you, and then I'll send that over so you can understand what I mean a little bit more. So this is a better view now of on the screen of the sort of on guard pose, I guess you'd call it. You know, coming from Coma, and my solitaire would most likely have been part of a witch cult or something like that, or should be highly trained in martial arts of some sort. And I'm thinking, coming from Coma, she's likely to be like an expert blades woman. So she'd have some of the hangovers from that in her fighting style now. So an on guard pose sort of fits in quite well, I'd say, with the fluff that I've created for the miniature. This last picture here just gives you a nice different view to show you the front of the miniature. You can see the hip area where the blue tack's holding it together, and that sort of needs a little bit of work. It's going to need a bit of green stuff work, just so it looks like a complete miniature, if you like. It also gives you a good view of the cape, which I've turned into part of the greatcoat, basically. So as I've mentioned on previous videos, it was a waistcoat, the torso, a waistcoat wearing Harlequin, and I've taken the cape off the assassin miniature, the Shadowblade miniature, and then use that to form the greatcoat. I'm quite pleased with it, really. I just need to change over the hand, like I mentioned earlier, and I might add a longer hood, similar to what you can see on the GW Solitaire. And I was thinking about changing the face, but I'm quite happy with this one, I think, now. And also on the GW Solitaire, you can see the little hollow suit, the sort of digital markings that are coming off with the corner of one of the corners of the greatcoat. And that's something that I might try and do, using a bit of plastic art, just to really nail it down as a solitaire miniature, because it's only the solitaire that has that effect on the miniature from the GW range. So yeah, that's my update. Hopefully I'll get this painted, or get some paint on it at least before the month's out, but you never know. Like the Void Weaver's coming along. I would put a picture up of that for you, but I'm just doing it little by little, and you know, it's almost as if I've done nothing on it. Basically what I've done so far is neatened up the diamonds at the front, and I've added a bit of colour to the weapon casings. And I've painted up the driver now as well. I've painted him up with painted his tunic up. And yeah, so you'll see it on the next update anyway. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I will see you on the battlefield.